If you're hearing the sound of my voice, just type the word push in the chat. If you're hearing the sound of my voice, just type the word push in the chat. Let me know where you're calling in from as well. And we're going to get started shortly. Super excited for this call today. We're going to be running through a few things. We're going to, of course, have a bit of a chat with our coach, Rosie. But I've got a serious announcement at the end, a little bit of an addition to what we're doing. So stick around for that. All right, push, yeah. Just type push in the chat and where you're calling in from. I see Southeast London. I've seen Bromley in the house. Sweet, sweet TNT. Dallas, Texas is here. Birmingham, Trinidad, Boston, Massachusetts in the USA. All right, who else do we see? We see, hold on. Ghana is here. Jamaica is in the building. Florida is here. Welcome. Welcome. Welcome, Kent. Welcome. GA. Where is GA? Georgia. Welcome, Georgia. All right. So we're super excited for what is happening within the community, for how things have developed with our mood swing tool, and even the successes of people who have just gotten started this week is quite incredible. Okay, we've tried to make things as easy as we possibly can. Make it so clear that even a new person could come in, do a little bit of training, and you should be up and running and flying, right? As I said, we have a little bit of an addition that's hello there, welcome. Yeah, we have a little bit of an addition that I'm going to announce at the end, so stick around for that addition. If you had some nice successes with the mood swing tool, just drop some fire in the chat. Just drop some fire in the chat if you had some nice success with the mood swing tool. Nigeria, welcome, 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 welcome. Oh, yes, we see you. Somebody say fire, fire. We need to bring the fire service. All right. So let me just show some of the people who might be new, and just give a refresher to the people who are who have been locked in with us for a little bit. Our 1, 2, 3 and our 1, 2 strategy. Yes, fire. That's what we're talking about. Let me switch it across here to our charts. There we go. Right, so this is our mood swing tool. I could switch it off, and then you can see that we have our normal charts here. I could go to a bigger time frame, and you could see that we have just a normal chart. It doesn't seem exciting, but what the mood swing tool does it goes in and it picks out the high probability trading opportunities that we should look at, right? We don't want to try and catch that buy and try and catch that sell and try and catch that buy and try and catch that sell. If you're trying to do that, you will frustrate yourself, okay? What we're trying to do here is to literally go into all of this craziness that's going on and choose the best opportunity that there is in there. And that's the beauty and power of the mood swing tool and the 1-2-3 strategy and the 1-2 strategy. Okay. Now the mood swing tool has many other strategies built into it. We haven't covered and touched on those yet, but we just want to focus on things that are very simple, easy enough for a 6-year-old to do. So this is where the 1-2-3 strategy comes into play and the 1-2 strategy comes into play. So when we switch the mood swing tool on initially, we just see these lines and we may think, well, it doesn't seem very important or there's nothing to it. But these lines and these price levels here are very key and important levels, right? We call them the mood swing levels, right? It's because on this particular day, we're expecting that the market, right? We're expecting that the market would be in a positive mood, right? On this particular day, we're expecting the market to be in a negative mood, right? If it's red. See, so that's one point. And then the price level itself is a very key and important price level. You see the market came here to this level, a little bit of a pullback, and then pushed to the upside, right? Even on a day, about 2 days after, it came right back down to this mood swing level here and then pushed up, right? We got here, it came to this mood swing level and then it pushed up, okay? So it is key in determining where the sentiment of the market is going to be for that day, but also a key price level, okay? Right. So if we go into our settings, there are a few things that we want to put on. For one, we want to put on the internal order blocks, right? Let's switch that on. We could put it as 15, we could put it as 20. This just simply means that it will show the last 15 internal order blocks, whether that be bullish or bearish, right? Bullish will be in blue, bearish would be in red. Bullish that simply means we want to buy, bearish simply means we want to sell. Now, we want to go down to a smaller time frame, right? So we're going to be cycling in between a 3-minute, a 5-minute, a 15-minute time frame. Okay, so if we go down to a 3-minute time frame here, it allows us to be able to get into the market early. So let's say, for example, we are seeing blue order blocks, right? We're seeing the blue, the blue represents what? Type in the chat, what does the blue represent? Well, it doesn't represent buys, but it represents bullish. Okay, it's two different things. Okay, it's not a buy order block, it's a bullish order block. Right? Remember that it's not a buy, it's a bullish. Okay, it's a bullish order block. Now there we go. Right? Because when it comes to buys and sells, we have other things that will indicate to us whether we want to buy or sell. Okay, so if we go into our settings, if we see a bullish order block, we go into our settings here, and then we could simply just put on longs and bulls. We don't need to put on anything else, right? Because we have a bullish order block at play. And then these are the things that will tell us whether we want to buy, okay? So once we see these buys coming in here in this bullish order block, that's where we want to buy, see? Buys, bulls, bulls, bulls. That's so many opportunities to be able to get in there. And where's your stop loss? Your stop loss is below the order block. This right here. Okay, so you can get in here below the order block, right? That's where your stop loss is going to be. Where's your take profit target? Now, the take profit target, okay, could be at a previous mood swing level, which is right here. Right, so this was a previous mood swing level, okay? So we could put our stop loss, our take profit target there. And if you look at it, this is a nice 3-to-1 risk to reward ratio. Happy days, right? Really beautiful trade opportunity, okay? I'll put this, okay? But we could also target previous highs as well, right? So this could have been take profit target 1. This could have been take profit target 2. So if we had a second take profit target here, look at that. This is a nice now 5-to-1 risk to reward ratio, okay? Now, there's something else that I want to cement in your mind, because we do have the 1-2 strategy and we have the 1-2-3 strategy. The 1-2-3 strategy, right, is where we have the, could anybody tell me? When we have the 1-2-3 strategy, what do we have in play? We've got
the mood swing level.
We have the mood swing level, correct, which is this level here, right? What's the other thing we have at play?
The order block and the signal.
We have the order block, correct, and then we have the signal. Now, when we have a 1-2-3 strategy, okay, it is a very high probability. It's a higher probability than just a 1-2 strategy, okay? And the reason we want to be aware of that is not every trade is the same, okay? Some are 1-2-3s, some are 1-2s. And as such, the 1-2-3 strategy, we could actually put a higher risk on that trade setup, okay? Barring that there's no news coming or anything like that, right? Although the news is going to push the market in one direction or the next in a very strong and powerful way. Okay, so the news is important, but just know that the 1-2-3 strategy is a higher probability trade setup than the 1-2. So when it comes to your risk and your risk management, this is where we start now. We call trade optimization, right? We want to get as much as we can out of one trade without, over leveraging or risking too much. But you know that this setup here is a good, solid trade setup. Now, let me see if I could find a 1-2. Let's go to gold, for example.
Yeah, gold gave us 1-2-3, coach, on Friday.
Ooh, yes. Let's have a look. Let's have a look on gold, XAU, USD. Now, remember that the mood swing tool could be used on any asset. So you could even use it on Bitcoin for the weekend, Ethereum, all those cryptos that are moving on the weekend. You could actually use it on the weekend as well. Okay, so this is Friday. Okay, so in this scenario here, this is actually a 1-2 scenario, right? So we have the bullish order blocks here. The mood swing level is around, but it's kind of far down. Okay, it's far down. The beautiful thing about this is if the mood swing level is actually green, okay, even though it's kind of far away from the order blocks, we know that we're trading with the trend. Okay, we know that we're trading with the trend of the market. And as we could see here, we had many opportunities to get in on that trade. Friday was non-farm payroll, so I could understand if some people was like, you know what, I'll just stay back a little bit. But remember, this is a 1-2. And remember what I'm saying is that the 1-2 is not as high a probability as a 1-2-3. However, this one played out quite well. So we could have said, yeah, we've got the news coming up, but we could have taken the risk. We could have taken the risk on the trade to be able to get in on this one. And we could see as well, again, this actually pushed for a nice almost 1 to 5 risk to reward ratio. Now, gold is actually trading at the highest. Let's see here. Let me see. Oh, no. It's been higher. All right. So it actually went up to a previous mood swing level here, as you could see. So don't ignore the past mood swing levels. See price pushed up into that previous mood swing level, order block zone, and then we had a little bit of a pullback. So don't ignore that as well, right? Very, very powerful stuff we're talking about right here. So let's go back. All right, so after the news had played out, prices pulled back. All right, so price came down into this order block here, and then we pushed up here. Is this a trading opportunity based on the mood swing 1, 2, or 1, 2, 3? Is that an opportunity? Is that a trading opportunity based on the 1, 2, or 1, 2, 3 strategy? No, it isn't. Exactly. So it might have gone in our direction, but as a trader who is disciplined and under control, there's no way that you're going to be entering that, right? We only want to catch mood swing pips. All right, just type in the chat, mood swing pips. Or 1, 2, 3 pips, or 1, 2 pips. Anyone that is easy for you. Exactly. Mood swing pips. That's the only thing we want to catch. We don't want to catch anything else. Anything else is outside the realms of our statistical proven strategy. If you're going outside of that, you're doing things at your own risk. Okay? Is that clear? You know, my dad used to say, the hardest thing to do is absolutely nothing. And I recognize that that is a serious issue when it comes to trading. Because the market seems to be moving, people think that they need to be doing something, when they should just be waiting for the rules to align. And we have the rules. We know the rules, right? And if you don't know the rules, watch the video over and over and over again. We've got the training video. Watch it over and over again so you understand the rules, right? We only want mood swing pips, nothing else. All right, somebody put their hands up. I think that might be just confession.
No, I have a question.
Oh, okay, no problem. Sure, shoot.
Confession and the question. Is there a reason, just out of curiosity, why the long and buy did not come on there? Could it be because it came on previously below?
No. They have other things that play underneath here, which constitutes whether the bulls and bears or the bulls and longs will come up. It has a lot to do with like order flow and that sort of thing, and when price breaks certain levels, you know, so it just wouldn't show up all the time. Okay, so but it shows up at the key moments.
Okay.
So yeah. All right, so just know that when it shows and we have the order block to back us up, we get in there, right? We get in there. Make sure that we know, okay, let's keep our risk under control. So what constitutes high risk? Well, high risk really is when we're exposing our account to way more, like too much leverage is high risk. You know, your percentage risk per trade is a bit too much. You know, if like 5% on one trade is quite a lot. But I wouldn't say that you shouldn't do it, but you shouldn't do it without information to back you up, if you know what I'm saying, right? You should have a reason to do those types of things, all right? And the reason should really be fundamentally based or sentimentally based. Like, what is driving the market at this point? Is it because Trump has invaded Venezuela? And if that be the case, then we might just take a little bit more risk on that one. And in fact, I think that's exactly what happened down here when Trump actually invaded Venezuela. It was right here on this weekend, I believe. Sorry, no. It was a bit further down. All right, it was down here. It was here, right here. Okay, so Friday, and then Venezuela invasion was Saturday, the 3rd. So when we woke up on Sunday, right, that was Trump invading Venezuela. You know that gold is going to push up, right? We know that gold is going to push up. So there we go, right? Gold is to the moon, right? And it hasn't looked back since that time. But again, we got to understand the fundamental side of things if we are to be able to take advantage of those types of opportunities in that way. Okay. But yeah, beautiful, beautiful moves. So when it comes to our red order block here, right? This one, right? When we see a red order block come in, right? What should we do? When we see a red order block come in to play, what should we do? Say the market was right here. What do you think is a good thing to do when we see a red order block come into play? All right. Somebody says take profit. That is absolutely a golden answer. Take profit is definitely what we want to do. Aha. Take profits and run. That is a very good answer. Take profits and run. Somebody says take a short. Sorry. Somebody says take a trade. Take a sell. Somebody says take a sell. Did somebody say take a sell? Prepare for a sell. All right. Prepare for a sell. Yes. Prepare for it. How do you prepare for it? How do you prepare for it? Especially in terms, I'm talking here about the mood swing tool. How do you prepare for a sell? Wait for confirmations. All right. No. Well, what we do is we go to our settings here and we just turn on the sells. And what we could do here is switch off the longs, right? So what we're doing here is we're taking away the noise, right? We're taking away the noise. I'm teaching you another approach here that we haven't really discussed that much, which is how to switch all the noise off, right? And we're just waiting for a short opportunity. Now, you notice that a short didn't come into play here. So that's no trade, right? There's no trade to take, okay? But these are the little nuances that will separate the men from the boys, the women from the girls. Okay, wait for confirmation. That's it. Wait for a 1-2 or wait for a 1-2-3. Correct, right? But here's what. If you were to take a sell here, if, for example, a bears came on or a short came on, if you were to take a sell here, what, in the grand scheme of the sentiment of the day, what would you be doing? In the grand scheme of the sentiment of the day, where we have a mood swing level that is green, but you're going to take a sell at this order block here, what would you be doing?
Counter trading.
Exactly. You would be counter trading. You will be going against the trend. So you see how the tool is actually telling you, hey, you're trading against the trend here, brother or sister. Okay? So what you have to do is just take a quick scalp. You just take a trade down to this order block here and you take your profit and you run. You notice I'm not saying you don't trade against the trend. I mean, you could do, but just know that you're trading against the trend and you don't have to risk too much and you could scalp, right? You see how powerful this tool is? If you see how powerful this tool, just type power in the chat. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, amazing. Exactly. All right. So without any further ado, I really want to bring on one of our top mood swing traders. This lady, she is a fighter. She is a champion. She came all the way from actually India, if you didn't know, to the US, single mother of 3 beautiful children. One is just in college at the moment, playing basketball, but she's been doing everything to support her children. And, she came really struggling with training several years ago, and we sat down and we did our one-on-one mentorship, and now she's flying, right? She is now funded over 500,000 of funding in the futures, and she's going to be hitting 1 million in the futures. I want to bring on the one, the only Coach Rosie. Are you here? Where's Coach Rosie? She was here. She's not here. I saw her earlier. Two seconds. All right, 2 seconds, 2 seconds. All right. No, Coach Rosie will come on. She just had a technical difficulty. Her device decided that it was going to die on her. But she will come on, okay? She will come on. Don't worry. She definitely wants to speak with you. All right, so no sweat. No sweat. Okay? So, any questions at all of what we've already explained? Any questions at all of what we've already explained?
Coach, no questions, just a request though.
Sure.
You know the way the tool sends out some signals for gold, can we do that for other assets? Maybe like a Forex asset or something?
Yes, but I'm just testing certain things out at the moment, so that's why it's just on gold.
Right.
But here's what we're gonna do, right? What we're gonna do is we're gonna create there would be a place within where we do the setups, okay? So I would say, all right, this is if you see a setup, I want you to post it in here, like a 1, 2, or 1, 2, 3. Just post it in here so that everybody else could see, so that we all look out for each other. So that if somebody in Africa sees a setup and they could post it, and then the person in America who might not just be up yet, when they wake up, they'll be able to see it. So that's another way, and on different assets and different time frames. So that's another way that we could help each other to win.
Sounds like a plan. Good one.
Yeah. So that will be in itself an alert.
Brilliant.
You get it?
Yeah.
Sweet.
Okay.
Okay. All right. So let's see what had been happening. All right. So what I'm going to do here, I'm going to switch off these here for now. And let's go to an asset like Bitcoin. Let's see what happened this weekend, right? BTC USD.
Dropping.
Hello. Yeah. You have a question?
The same Bitcoin started to drop about an hour or two ago.
Oh, yeah, it really did drop off. All right, let's see what's going on there. Right. So we did have the order blocks. Now notice I'm on a 3-minute time frame. People are asking which time frame to look at. I say cycle between a 3-minute, cycle between a 5-minute and a 15-minute. Okay, cycle in between those time frames. But we could see here on the 3-minute time frame, we have the red order blocks. So when we see these red order blocks coming in, what should we do? what should we do in terms of the mood swing tool? What should we do?
Take your profit and run.
No.
Prepare for a sell. Prepare for a sell.
We didn't get to that part yet.
Okay.
When we see the red
Okay.
order block come through, what are we preparing for?
A sell.
Oh, so you took
You
short.
put on the bulls, put on the bears, sorry.
How do we prepare for a sell with the tool?
With the tool, put on the bears.
Yes, that is correct, right? You see, we're learning. Just put on your shorts or put on your bears, and then according to a good friend of mine, who's your papa? Right? So we see that the bears came on, right in the order block there, right? So it didn't do anything up here, it didn't do anything up here, right? It's telling you, hold your horses, wait, don't do anything. But right here, we had a nice selling opportunity. Boom. Beautiful, beautiful. I mean, I'll tell you what, there is nothing compared to this mood swing tool out there. I'm telling you, is absolutely smashing, man. So there we go. That is a 1 to 4 risk to reward ratio, right? 1 to 4 risk to reward ratio, right down into the order block for bullish order block. Take your profit, you're good to go. Okay, so if we were paying attention today, you would have been able to get a trade there. And the beauty is, we just want to get quality trades, which is what you're getting from the mood swing tool. We don't want quantity. Okay, we want quality. So it says after the bear signals come, at what point do we take the trade? Right. So you take the trade. This is the trade that you're gonna take. This bear signal right here. Take it when this candle closes. Right. So when the candle closes right here is where you're taking the trade from. Okay.
But Valerie, can I ask you a question? The
Sure.
mood line didn't come on till the red didn't start till what,
No. But that's okay. Don't worry about the mood swing line, right?
Okay.
This is just a one. Like this is just a
1, 2, not a
strategy.
1, 2, 3.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah, that's right. This is a 1, 2. It's not 1, 2, 3. Now remember that the Bitcoin was actually trending upwards, right? Right. So in our minds, right, we know that the trend was upward for the most of the day, anyways, and now we're seeing a pullback. In our minds, what we saying? All right, we trading against the trend here. It's okay, but we're just going to take a little bit of a scalp, right? That's how we had to look at it. It's just a scalping opportunity.
Okay, gotcha.
Right? Right? So don't get too bogged down with the mood swing line was way down here. Right? This is a 1, 2 strategy, which is different from the 1, 2, 3. Okay?
No, I didn't mean it was red on it. It didn't turn red.
Oh yeah. It doesn't have to turn.
Okay.
Yeah, it doesn't have to turn red because it wouldn't turn red until price breaks the mood swing level. Okay? This green line would only turn red when the price breaks the level.
Gotcha.
Yeah. And that's one thing you'd learn here. So right here, you see it was red, but price breaks the level here, it turns green, but then it breaks the level down here, it turns red again, it breaks the level, it turns back to green. Okay? So that's how that works.
Got it.
Got it? Awesome. Awesome. Right. So we scalping until it crosses the line. I mean, yeah, so you could scalp down to the line if you want. If you wanted a little bit more, you could have scalped down to the order block. Okay? So those two could have been your take profit targets. All right. One would have given you a 1 to 3. The other one would have given you a 1 to 2.5. You're laughing, right? All the way to the bank.
Coach, can you show how to put on the alerts?
How to put on the alerts here? Yes, I can. So if you want an alert to come to you on your phone or your email, or even on TradingView here, you could actually set these alerts to come on. So say, for example, we saw this bearish order block here. Okay, we saw that and we said, you know what? Cool, I see that, but I might be at church or I'm running around, I'm doing stuff, I'm running a business, whatever. We could right click here and we could go to set an alert. Okay. There we go. Add alert. Okay? And what we want is the condition. So the symbol is Bitcoin. So we're on Bitcoin. We're actually on the 3-minute time frame. So it will give you an alert based on 3-minute time frame. Okay. And what we're going to do is we're going to go to the mood swing tool. So choose mood swing. And then we want to choose bears in our here it is right there. Okay. And then we could say, all right, well, we want this to give me an alert once every bar close, right? So this is once every 3 minutes. It will give you an alert, right? Once every 3 minutes. So every bar represents 3 minutes. Or you could give it an alert once every minute. Once the bears show up, right? It will send you an alert in TradingView here. Right, you could go to message, you could type what message you want. The message is just bears in this case. And notifications, if you click on notifications, you say notify me on the app, notify me in a toast notification. So it's display at on-site notification on page corner. So that's in the corner here, right? Notify me on the app. You would have to set up your mobile app for the notifications for your mobile app. It could send you an email. So whatever email account that you've signed up with here, it will send you an email. And that's how you set the alerts. Question is, do bears and bulls signal repaint or do they remain? No, they just remain right there. They just stay right there. They don't repaint or anything. It just stays there. Okay? If a different one comes out, it will be a different one, right? It wouldn't be this one repainting. You know what I'm saying? Okay. Which broker chart do you recommend? Right. That's a good question. So for gold, right? XAU USD. Okay. I recommend that you use IC markets. You notice across here, you have different brokers. Okay. I recommend that you use IC markets, and there's a specific and special reason for that. Okay. Because from time to time, there's another strategy within the MOODSWING tool, which is more of a intraday strategy. So let me just switch this off for a minute. We haven't really touched too much on that yet because I don't want to overload you with too much stuff, but there is a lot of stuff built into here, right? So if I switch this on, it's called take a mood swing trade, right? So if I take a mood swing trade on, we could set what our sweet spot is, then we could set how much stop loss and all of that. And we could set how much take profit targets that we want. Now, when we set that, we just have to remember that these are in pipettes, okay? But when we set that, we could, set our take profit targets to whatever. Not 99, sorry. I don't want to do that. Let's say 5 take profit targets. I want this to be 50 pips. 50 pips will be 500 pipettes, right? And I hit OK. Now I'll do this on a bigger time frame because this is more of an intraday type trading opportunity, right? But you'll notice here that price will actually give you a trade from the mood swing level. But notice that it didn't come all the way down, right? So, it works sometimes, but the beautiful thing is that we actually do have the 1, 2, 3 strategies so that if it doesn't come all the way back down to the mood swing level, then you would still be able to get in on the trade. Now, the reason why I'm saying that we should use the IC markets data feed is that it shows up better in the IC market data feed. Let me just put these lines on. Right, it shows up better in the IC market data feed than in other data feeds. So like if I switch the data feed to, let's say something like Oanda, then You see how it shows up here? And that has something to do with the contract size that the broker has and all that as well. And it doesn't really show, the trade setup doesn't really show up that well. So I say stick to IC market for when we're doing gold. If we're doing indices, right? So let's go to something like a US 30. I say, and I think you guys should really write this down, okay? When we're doing US 30, we want to go to OANDA data feed, right? Or any of the indices for that matter. We go to OANDA data feed here, right? And again, we can see it shows up really well, this opportunity for potential, if it comes back down to the mood swing level, for the buy. If we do a different data feed, let's say for example, I don't know, this one, no, hold on, just go to US 30, US 30 again. Let me try a different data feed, FXCM for example. Right, you see again, the trade setup, it doesn't really show that well here, right? So OANDA is for indices, IC market for gold, and all the other currencies. Okay, so that's a very good question. Thanks for asking. Thanks for asking that. Okay.
Quick question,
No.
Coach.
Yep. Let me go to
Now,
settings.
yeah, with the alerts, will that work with the free version of the trading view, or does it have to work? Will it work with the paid version?
Right. So it depends on the package that you have. I don't think it works well with the free version.
Right.
Yeah, I think you'll have to get the paid version to get the alerts. But as I said before, if we work together and somebody sees a trade setup, and we'll have the section where we could post, hey, there's a 1-2 strategy developing here, or there's a 1-2-3, then that will be as like an alert.
Yeah.
To you, that will be like an alert to you. So we just had to, stick to the community, make sure. That's one thing, people, pin the groups, right? Pin those private groups where we do the trade setups, where we have those alerts coming through. Pin them to your trading view. In your Telegram. Pin them to the top of your Telegram so that it doesn't get lost in all the other noise and all the other groups that people have added you to, trying to sell you stuff. You know what I'm talking about. You just end up in a random group in Telegram and you think, how did I end up here? Right? So pin those groups. You do that now as we on the call. Pin them to the top. If you don't know how to pin, just go to the name of the group, just right click, and you'll see pin there. Just click pin and you'll be able to do it. If you have the free version of Telegram, you should be able to pin at least 2 groups to the top. If you have the paid version of Telegram, you'll be able to pin 10 groups to the top. Okay, that's super, super important. I mean, look at US 30, by the way. Let's go to US 30. There were some really nice opportunities on US 30 last week, and I know a few people did catch them. So let's go back on and let's put on our order block. Let's put that on first. Okay, let's put that on, and let's see the opportunities that we had on US 30. It actually happened on Thursday. So we had a bullish order block here. So of course, we just go into our settings, go to style, we put in longs, bulls, right? So right here, we had bulls. See it? Boom. That was the opportunity to get in on that trade on US 30. Okay. And we get in at the top of the candle, in your stop loss below the order block, and your target is what? To a previous mood swing level, or to another red order block right here. So that's a nice, what do we have here? In terms of risk to reward ratio. Right? Beautiful. That's a beautiful trade opportunity. Right? There we go. And of course, has been seriously bullish ever since. We did have a non-farm payroll, had a bit of a shimmy up and down, but eventually continued to the upside. as well. Okay, so there we go. All right, so just remember that little trick. When we see the bullish or the bearish, we go in and we choose based on bullish or bearish. So at the moment, right, we have a bearish order block here. What should we put on in our settings if we have a bearish order block? What should we put on in our settings?
Bears and shorts.
Bears and shorts, exactly. Now, but what should we keep in mind based on the configuration of our mood swing levels here? What should we keep in mind if we have the bears and shorts on in this scenario? What should we keep?
The trend.
Correct. We're going against the trend, right? So you're trading against the trend, so you know that it is potentially a higher risk trade. You just want to either scalp or going quick in, quick out. Easy, right? Easy. Is that straightforward enough? Right. So if the order block is close to each other like that, well, you could say, you know what, I'm not gonna take that trade. And besides, it's against the trend anyway. So, this is my profit target right here. Do I want to touch it? No, right? And leave it alone. Next one, you'll have something more higher probability. What is a higher probability trade in this scenario? Well, one that goes with the trend, right? Of course, one that would be closer to the mood swing level, but we're far away. So the other option is just like a 1-2 from this level going up. That is a better opportunity than to try and take a sell. So as a trader, this is the decisions that we have to make. Okay. So I mean, and the market is always there. If you don't like that opportunity, just go to a different asset, right? Just say, all right, well, okay, let's go to another asset. Let's try something else. I don't know, UK 100, for example, right? Oh, you know what? DAX has been actually pretty good. I know people haven't been looking at a German 30 for a long time, but a new student that came in, actually, she was like, yeah, man, look, I've been killing DAX this week. I was like, I haven't looked at DAX for such a long time. Okay, so I'm seeing, okay, it's either GER 30 or DE 40. Okay, all right. I'll just do IC market. Yeah, but anyways, so in this scenario here, we actually wanted the bulls on the longs on bulls, right? So yeah, they've been trading this DAX from way back down here. Again, last week Thursday, see that opportunity, and boom, bulls came in. They're like, you know what? I'm not quite sure if I wanted to take that because it was so far away, so they left that one alone. But look at what happened the next day, right? You got a nice 1, 2, 3 here, and boom, away you go, right? Who's your papa? Yeah. So don't neglect those these other indices. Again, we have the order blocks pretty close. You can leave it alone. Go to another asset, right? There we go. Nice and simple and straightforward. Right? So if to get from this, we only want to take mood swing pips. We only want to catch mood swing pips, nothing else. Anything outside of the rules, leave it alone. Okay? Any questions at all? All right. Hey, Coach Rosie's here. Let's get Coach Rosie on, please.
Hey, Coach. Sorry, my device died earlier.
Oh, wow. I'm so sorry. So, Coach Rosie, you know what? I did explain about you coming from India. You've got 3 kids, single mother of 3. Just want you to explain to the people how challenging that was, and I guess that was your why in doing all this trading thing and being a part of this beautiful community.
Absolutely, Coach. Thank you so much for your great leadership. Always, I'm thankful for you, Coach H-Man, and the rest of the Mood Swing community. So my why I didn't quit, because I knew that what I needed for, not just for my children, but what I needed to leave legacy, that trading was going to give me that. I wasn't afraid to invest in myself. I wasn't afraid to make necessary changes to pay for the program, and also pay for the extra mentorship. I don't know if you remember, I was working 3 jobs, and I was like, "Hey, Coach, I'm only available at this time." Back a couple of years ago.
I remember.
And I
Yeah.
said, yeah. I said, "Can I pay you this, and I'll pay you the remaining when I get paid?" You said, "Sure." And that was a sacrifice for me. And with that being said, now me being a funded trader with COPEX, with Apex, and just since last Sunday I passed another $50,000 account. They have a sale going on right now, and
Wow.
just really building and having my why before me, which is leaving a legacy and having the time freedom. Everyone why is different. Mine is to have the resources to bless the people of God. Many of us, we pray for blessing. I don't want just to be blessed. I want to be a blessing. And trading is a tool that allows me to do that. And I'm grateful for that.
Wow.
And not only that, just really having the time freedom. I'm done trading in 5 minutes. I'm done. I meet my goal. I'm out. And
So
the
because
key,
you're doing futures, right? Which is
yeah,
like
I do futures. I do futures. And I still do, I still follow the mood swing to do my regular NAS and US 30. I don't know if we went over US 30 or not. US 30 has been really good.
I'm
But
gonna
just
bring it up.
really, really having a goal in the mind, having a plan and having a trading plan for a long time. When you make the money, you want to make more money. You make the more money, you make more money. But what really was the key to my success was having a goal, and this is my goal. I don't care what market is giving me. I stick to my committed plan. This is my plan. I'm gonna stick to it, and I'm not gonna move from it. And that's what have allowed me to successfully trade the prop firm accounts.
Wow, it's the discipline. And one thing which it brought a lot of joy to my heart. Several people actually reached out to me and was like, "Coach, I think I might need a plan." And I was able to send a trading plan template
Yes,
to these
I've been
people.
had that plan for since
Yeah.
we did the class.
Yeah, right. We've got a trading plan so that it's difficult trading without a plan. Then you just start feeling a bit emotional. You don't know what your goals are. You don't know whether to stop or not. So having a trading plan is actually key. And guys, if you want the trading plan, just reach out to me. Just honestly, reach out to me, and I will be able to send that template across to you. All right.
And then also is the community. That's what really, because I don't know if you remember, one of my friends died, and I kind of stopped because I felt like my emotions were everywhere. And I had a conversation with Coach H-Man and yourself, and just really having that community, having the community to be part of. This is just not another platform. It's a community of people. Susan, all of us, we have become a family. And that's a big part when you want to give up, but you have a community that's always pushing you. And that's a plus. That's another way I was able to stay on this race, because it's easy to quit. It's easy to be like, you know what? I didn't, it's not doing what it's supposed to. But I thank God for the community.
Wow, yes. I don't know if you were on the call earlier or if you got in when we said that one thing that we're going to do to support the community is that if any community member sees a setup or 1, 2, or 1, 2, 3, then we'll be able to post it in the setups group for each of us to be able to have it as like an alert. So that's another
Yes.
support system
Yes.
we're going to put in place for the community.
Yes. Yes.
Amazing, amazing. So I don't know if anybody ever saw something that I posted recently is that we don't lack discipline. Sorry, we don't lack opportunity. We lack discipline. We don't lack resources. We lack strategy. We don't lack ability. We just lack consistency. We don't lack focus. We don't lack potential. We just lack focus, and we don't lack time. We just lack patience. And we don't lack ideas, we just lack action, right? And the beautiful thing is the MOODSWING tool and community helps you in all these areas, helps you to master all these areas, right? The tool gives you the patience, the weight, the discipline, the strategy, the consistency, the focus, and the action, right? So, Coach Rosie, you said that one of the companies that you're with has a sale on. Tell us a little bit more about that.
Yeah, Apex has a sale. All of their accounts are 80% off. And then, so the way prop firms work, guys, is you pay for an account, you go through evaluation, and the key to it is not rushing it. I think a lot of people want to pass it in one day. Now, I can pass it in one day because I have learned what not to do. There are times I have to reset my account because I know what I did wrong. But the goal is every single day to make $500 so that way by end of the week you pass your challenge. And then you pay an activation fee. Right now, the activation fee instead of $125, it's like $65. And I think all of their accounts are 80% off. So you could get a $50,000 account for about good $22. And then by the time
$22.
$22.
Wow.
And it's easy to pass the 50K than it is the 100K.
Okay. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's easy to pass the 50K. It's easy to pass any, but with the 50K, you tend not to over leverage it.
Right. So one other question then, because you were able to amass 500,000 in funding last
It's
year.
550 now.
It's 550 now. So what you're doing is just you're doing them in 50,000 increments. 50,000.
No, I got an account that's 250. I got
Yep.
2 accounts that are 100. Then I got a couple of them that are 50.
Got you. So
Yeah.
several put together to make that.
Yeah. So it's the saying that you don't put all your eggs in one basket.
Make sense?
So and I'm not, my goal is to reach my goal and get out. There are
Yep.
days, the best trading days is when I don't take a trade.
Right. Got you. Now, some people are asking about the company. Do you have a link that you could post in the chat here, please? For Apex, do you have a link that you could post in the chat, please?
Yes.
Yeah, if you could do that. Some people are asking for the link. So if you could post it into the chat there, that will be super, so that people can check that out and take advantage of that.
Coach, you have one for the command control. You remember?
Oh yes, I do actually, but you don't have one.
Yes. I do have one, but I can post it.
Yeah, post it.
Okay.
Yeah. Mhm. Please do.
Absolutely.
Right. So people, we could use the 1-2-3 strategy, the 1-2 strategy for futures as well. And especially for those who like scalping, futures might be the way for you because it's quick in, quick out. Right. There are some drawdown rules and all of that come into play, especially with Apex. So that's why scalping probably suited best. In fact, futures is the rules are that you need to close the trade out by the end of the day anyway, so you can't really hold on to it for a longer period of time. Whereas with Forex, you could hold the trade for a day or two, a week if you want to. Not with futures, right? So that's the difference with futures as regard to Forex. Is Coach Rosie here? She's gone? She got knocked off?
No, I'm
Oh,
here, Coach. I'm getting the
okay.
link.
All right. Okay. Great. Any questions at all for Coach Rosie? Anybody has while she's searching for the link? Everybody's good? Raring to go? Everybody's just patiently and quietly waiting.
No, right?
Everybody's patiently and quietly waiting. That's fine. All right. We had
Okay, here we go. I got it. I'm just copying it.
yeah,
Posting
no
it in
problem.
the chat. And reach out if anybody need help. You're part of the MOODSWING community. You need help. I'm here to help.
Awesome. There you go. So that's your little discounted code right there. This was a nice opportunity here on US 30 earlier last week Wednesday, right? So we had the order block, then we had the bears.
And US 30, Coach, been really, really good. It's the YM. That's the symbol for it.
Oh yes, that's
YM.
for
Yeah.
futures as
And
well.
SPX is really good too.
Somebody
Like for trading it's called ES. It's really good.
yeah. Coach, somebody was asking here with Apex, if you don't pass in one day, how much time they do allow you to complete?
You have 30 days before they rebill you.
30 days. It's a 30 days billing cycle if you don't pass.
Yes, 30
right?
days.
And the thing about it is that if you don't pass, the only thing that they'll do is just rebill you the amount that you paid initially. Okay?
Yes.
That's all that they do.
Yes. You have 30 days and your goal is to make profit of 3,000. Even if you do two, it's easy to do $200 a day. But the goal is for you to do 200 and get out. Whatever you do, get out.
Right. Wow. Somebody was asking here, do you copy trades to your all accounts? So do you link your accounts and then copy the trade?
There are times I do, but there are times I don't. So my 250, I trade on my 50,000. I only trade one contract. On
Yep.
my 250, I trade 3 contracts. So I only mirror the same account size.
Right. Okay. Got you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So a lot of time people will, get all the accounts. I don't do that. I just do my 50,000. And to be honest with you, you got enough time to really trade all of them by itself. Because it takes you 2 minutes to hit your goal. My goal is 300. It takes me, the most ever it took me hit that 300 was about 5 minutes.
Wow.
And when it hits my stop loss, I'm out.
You're done.
I'm done.
Done for the day. The market is there to trade another day. And
Yep.
that's the other thing that we need to understand, people. The market is always there. Like, it's not going anywhere. So you don't have to revenge trade. You don't have to rush. Right? The discipline. That's what we need. Very, very important. Any other final thoughts, Coach Rosie? Anything that
No, just stick to your trading plan. Don't revenge trade and be part of the community. Invest in yourself, invest in the tool. Tool takes all the work out. And you just got to follow it.
That's it. The
Yeah.
tool is going to do
I used to back in the day, I used to sit there, mark up charts, and still don't get it right. And now all I do is open up my tool to see what my tool is saying, and I just patiently wait.
That's it. Wow. People, to gain knowledge, we have to add. But to gain wisdom, we subtract. Just take away the mistakes. Okay? Minus the mistakes, minus the non-mood swing trades, and you're in. I'm telling you. Okay? So, if you're up and you're raring to go, just give me a shout. I will get you guys in and plugged in ASAP. Hold on a sec. I will get there we go. I'm gonna get the link here. Okay. Right, so give me a shout on this link, right? And we will get you guys up and running in no time at all. Okay, we've got the training videos. We've got many things going on. The broker for gold, IC markets. Okay, IC markets. That's the data feed we want. We want to use IC markets. Okay. People, I'm so excited for you. It's not even funny. We've done all the heavy lifting for you now with the tool, and all you just have to do is learn the strategy and apply it. We've gone through the little tricks now of when we see the bearish order blocks or the bullish order blocks, what to do. If you're confused about that, still just drop a message in the chat, drop a message, and we will certainly answer that, right, to clarify that. But it is not that difficult. It really isn't. Okay, it's not that difficult. And have a blessed week, everyone. We will want to do some midweek sessions, and also we're going to add the alerts or the setups in the trade setups group. If you see a 1-2 or 1-2-3, we'll have a section where would you be able to post and say, hey, I'm seeing a 1-2 on the 3-minute time frame or the 5-minute time frame or the 15-minute time frame for whichever asset that you're looking at. Post it in there, right? And then we could, assess it even further as an alert, one for all and all for one. And with that, I will see you.
Coach.
Yep, go ahead.
You said you had an announcement to make at the end.
That was the announcement, actually, but somebody asked it earlier. So that was the announcement. The announcement was we're going to start doing some trade setups in the trade setups groups, but with people who would see it from all over the world. We all do it to help each other. Okay.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you.
No problem. CPI this week. Yes, there's going to be CPI this week. Thanks for letting us know. As mood swing traders, we have to be aware of when significant news items are coming up, right? So how that affects the market, right? So see you on the inside, everybody. And for those on the inside who wants that trading plan, just give me a shout and we'll get that to you. No problems, no questions asked whatsoever, right? Bye for now, and see you really, really soon.